Well, today is a little less serious video on science fiction, and I've recently read these three books: Robert Silverberg's Voyagers in Time anthology, and it is great. Powell Anderson, Trial Zero, very good book, and Clifford Simak, City. But I'm not going to do a review on those today. Those will all take a little more time. This video is going to be very short. I would like to mention that Barnes & Noble procured this Mad Magazine compilation that I'm going to show, and that Second & Charles has returned to having a lot of older SF in their store near me, so I was very excited to see that. But most people have heard me complain about my loss of my collection of Mad magazines and comic books back in very early 1977. My wife and I were married, and my father, I was the last child at home, sold off the house and everything in it, and sold my chest that I had all my comic books and Mad magazines in. These are the only two that I still have. This one is from December 1960, and of course it has all the usual stuff in it. Mad Magazine, advertisement, William M. Gaines, and contributing artists and writers, the usual gang of idiots. And in this one, they do a send-up of Lassie. And again, that's from 1960. And this one is from April 1965. And this one was one of the few that, of the two that we actually still had laying around somewhere after Dad sold off everything and sold the house and bought a new house and moved out to the country. They didn't live in the city anymore. And so William Gaines, publisher, our Albert Feldstein, editor still, and the usual gang of idiots writing. And in this one, there is a great parody of James Bond and Sean Connery and the whole franchise. And they have a blast with this. And it's actually pretty funny. And their artist's rendition of Connery is really pretty good. Especially during his early years when he was so slim. So here he is. And this is Mike Hammerer, which I think that's actually Mickey Spillane there. But so they do a big send-up in this one, and this is all we had left. So I have not tried to repurchase all of my Mad magazines or anything, but in December 1967, there was a Star Trek parody, Star Black, and I always wanted that back. And a few months ago, I was out at Barnes & Noble, and I was talking to a young man out there, a Gulf War veteran, retired from the service, and now he's just enjoying himself working in the bookstore. And I told him about my situation where all my Mad magazines were basically disappeared in 1977, and that I was looking for the Star Black issue. And he tore right into it, and he came up with this and ordered it for me, and I got it. I received it in just a few days. And this is The Best of the Worst by the usual gang of idiots. And in this one is Mad in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, and 2000s. And sure enough, right in here, number 115, December 1967, is Star Black. And I remember this really well. It's from the Waste of Space Department. And again, their artists do a great job rendering Leonard Nimoy, William Shatner, and DeForest Kelley in here. And what I have always remembered so clearly about this is Captain Kirk and Spock are beaming down, and zip, zap. Spock very deadpan, Kirk very deadpan with a hand sticking out of his ear and one of his legs as an arm. Spock mentions, remind me to check your reassembling unit. I think it needs a minor adjustment. And of course, the entire parody is full of stuff like this, and just a blast. And I remembered most of it, but really fun stuff. And I was very fortunate that Barnes & Noble's a young man could come up with this for me. And of course, it is going on the bookshelf in a great location. That's all I have for today. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. Have a great day.